Hello my friends from Mi Wifi forum. In this day I want to share with you the review of one of my favorite Mi gadgets, the Xiaomi Mi Router 3C. Let's take a closer look to it. Okay, well, I will disconnect it in order to take a closer look, more comfortable. So as you can see, this is a beautiful router, all white, has four high frequency antennas that allow you to expand the Wi-Fi range to a great area. If we look in the back part, since this is a fanless system, it needs a lot of holes to get rid of the heat inside of it. Also, in the connectivity part, we have three Ethernet ports. One of them is used for providing the internet to the router, and also we have the power input, and we have a small hole here that you can use it to put it a needle or something like that in order to reset router configuration. As you can see, it's very beautiful. It's a very good router. It's not made for put it on the wall because it doesn't have those holes that you put in the nails, but still it looks very beautiful the way it is. So you can put it in your desk or in your office, whatever. Now let's take a closer look to the main features of this beautiful router. Inside of it we have 64 megabytes of RAM memory. While this could be considered a low number, but actually is 8 times more than the same type of router found in the same range of prices, which it's a very good thing because that allows you to have more devices connected at the same time to the network without noticing any lag or something like that. Now regarding storage, it has 16 megabytes of ROM memory used for storing login files, configuration, and so on. It doesn't have a USB expansion, and well, regarding the connectivity, as you could see, we have two Ethernet port to connect up to two devices using wired cable, and also we have a 2.4G for the wireless, which allows you to reach speeds up to 300 Mbps. Those are some of the main features of this device. Now, there's something to keep in mind. This is like the lightweight version of another router, the Xiaomi Mi Router 3. So what are the difference between those two? Well, according to what we have discussed, the main difference are that while this one has 64 megabytes, the other one of RAM memory, sorry, the other one, the version 3, has 128 megabytes. So that means that it supports more devices connected at network at the same time, but that's not a, well, it depends. If you know the load that you are going to have, then it would be a better choice to the Mi Router 3 instead of the 3C. Another one is the storage. The Mi Router 3 has the same 128 megabytes of storage, which allows it to store more files. Also, the other one, the version 3, has USB expansion, so you can connect a external hard drive and expand its storage capabilities. So that's another good thing about the other model. And also regarding the application, the true power of this router is to use it to manage it using the Mi Wi-Fi application that I'm going to show you later. And in case of Mi Router 3C, it doesn't it has built-in applications, but you are not able to install other applications, while in the Mi Router 3 you are able to do so. You can install third-party applications. Also both are based on the same ROM, but the Mi Router 3 has root support, while this one doesn't have it. So those are like the main difference between the two of them. The processors are different, but since this one is a newer model, the processor of this one, it's like about the same that the Mi Router 3. And something else that I forgot, in the connectivity part, the Mi Router 3 has two frequencies. It has 2.4G and 5G. So that allows the router to reach speeds up to 800 Mbps. So that's another important factor to consider. If you want maybe more speed, if you want to support a high load of users connected at the same time, high load of devices, And if you want to share some storage in the network, then the Mi Router 3 is a better choice for you. Otherwise, you can go with the Mi Router 3C. Those are the main differences. Also, you have this light at the front of the device, which can have three colors. One is blue, which means that the device is working properly. Another one is like orange when the device is initializing, and yellow in some special situations. So that's the only indicator that we have. Because of that, the main power of this router and the Mi Router 3 too is to manage it through the Android or iOS application Mi Wi-Fi, which I'm going to show you right now. Also, there's a equivalent application in the shape of a web application. While you are connected to the router, you can access it through your web browser, and you can do practically the same thing as you can do in the mobile application. Well, as you can see here, I have in my tablet installed the Mi Wi-Fi application. I have it here, and let's open it. At first, you get a view of the devices that are connected right now or that have been connected somewhere in the time. And you can access to a device detail, and for example, you can do things like deny the internet access, block list this device, or notifications to show you when this device connects to the network. Also, you can adjust the QoS just for this device specifically. You have several options just for devices themselves. Now we have the plugins part, which is basically the built-in applications this router has. We can check the updates part, where we can update the firmware of the router. Also, we have the guest Wi-Fi option, which is a very good one. Imagine that you are at home and you have visitors and you don't want to share the password of your network with them. You can just enable the guest Wi-Fi, and you can do things like regulate the speed and the request mode if you want them to connect immediately, or if you want to prompt you when they connect. Now we have the firewall part, which is a built-in firewall. It has three levels by default. One is normal, high, and low. By default, it's in normal, but you can put it in high, which means that it will prompt for new devices to connect. It will use the blacklist. Well, the normal also use the blacklist. Actually, three of them use the blacklist, but this one normal detects the unknown devices, and so on. So you can define which level you want. Also, you can define the block list in this part and for example, set the password strength and the security of the network. Then we have Wi-Fi boost, which basically a feature in which if you feel your network slow, you can run this scan, and it helps you to find bottlenecks in your network connection. And based on that, you can apply those improvements and improve the quality of your Wi-Fi. I will cancel it because it will take some time. Then QoS, a very good feature, allows you to enable QoS globally instead of enabling it by device, and you can improve, for example, give priority to the media streaming or to visiting website, and so on. Wi-Fi timer and scheduled reboot in case you want to turn off the Wi-Fi during a specified time range, or if you want to schedule a reboot of the router at some point in the time. Share router in case you want to add another administrator to the same router. And those are the built-in applications. You cannot add more applications to this one in the 3C Mi Router. Now, if we go to settings part, we can configure the Wi-Fi. The setting the mode in case of Mi Router 3, you have 2.4G and 5G. Name of the network, encryption method, in this case the password if you want to hide the network, and in network settings you can for example change the DNS if you want HDFCP, or if you want static IPs, and also if you want to use a VPN you can configure it here. And then information about the updates, password of the administrator. The router itself has a password, so you can change it here, time zone, if you want to reset all the configuration, and you can reboot it. You can add feedback and this one, language. other things. So as you can see, the application is very complete. It allows you to do a lot of things inside of your phone or tablet for Android or iOS. And well, basically that's my review regarding the Xiaomi Mi Router 3C. I hope that information helps you to decide if you want to buy a router soon, if you can choose between the Xiaomi Mi Router 3C, or if you want a more complete option, go for the Xiaomi Mi Router 3. Thank you for being with me. Have a good one.